Hey guys, welcome to episode 137 of OG Toys. I'm OG. Today we're taking a look at the Target exclusive Darth Maul returns. Now this set was only available at Target in the US. I live in Canada. How did I get it? Well, a good friend of mine went down there. She picked it up for me. Thanks a mil. Awesome little battle set here. Now Target is finally going to make its way down to Canada. We have a store called Zellers, a huge chain of stores, very similar to Target. And next year, they are going to be invaded by Target. They've bought out every single one, and they're going to be down here. Good thing, bad thing, don't know. If we can get these exclusive here in Canada, and I don't have to drive 2 hours to get it in the States, yeah, it'd be great. But enough of that stuff. Let's take a look at the figures. Now, the main reason, of course, I wanted this set, Darth Maul. Now, Darth Maul, he's got the robot chicken legs. Of course, just how he looks in the new Clone Wars cartoon. He's the main reason I wanted this. I know they'll probably release him on a single card, but I really don't want to wait another 8 months, 6 months, whatever the case may be. This is the guy I definitely had to have and add him to my collection, and he is awesome. A couple things here. Let's first get rid of this. Let's take a closer look at the figure. Now the figure's stylization, extremely animated style compared to some other Darth Mauls we've seen. You know, this Darth Maul is definitely on the more animated side, just like he is in the Clone Wars cartoon, but that doesn't skimp on the details. He does have a nice black tattooing all across his body, and what's really nice to see, not a single paint smudge, no screw-ups, it's all perfectly lined, painted extremely well. Also his legs, I didn't know how I'd like these things, but man, they have some great detail on there. You can see the two tones with the wash on it as well to give it a more of a rusted, kind of weathered look. And they did a great job on that. Now his articulation, well, he's got for sure the ball jointed head and it looks great. He's got the full ball joint in the arms. And ball joint again at the elbow. Nothing in the wrist. Nothing in the waist. Full ball joint at the hip. Another ball joint socket at his knee, and then he's got another 360 ball joint for his foot. So the thing is loaded with articulation. You can get him some pretty cool poses, and you know what? He's worth getting this battle pack for sure. Just to have this finally a brand new Darth Maul in a Clone Wars style. He looks fantastic. Now he does come with a couple accessories. First thing, battle stand, black battle stand. Looks cool. And then you got this thing. I'm not too crazy about this. You know, he's holding on to this weird energy thing. Kind of a useless thing for me, really. I don't care about these things. But what I do care about is some lightsabers. And they have the double-bladed lightsaber, which can attach together to form the one lightsaber. And he can put that in his hand. And there you go. Darth Maul with lightsabers in hand. Of course, you can break that out. Have him carry both lightsabers. There you go. Very cool figure. Great detailing on him. Didn't skimp out. Sure, wrist articulation. I'm sure a lot of people say, why doesn't he have wrist articulation or waist? Yeah, you know what? That would be great. That would be great. But unfortunately, he doesn't. So if you want the Darth Maul figure, this is where you're going to get. If you want to customize him and add that articulation, be free and do it. But for myself, I really like this figure, and they did a great job on him. Let's take a look at the other figures. Now, Savage. Savage Opress, we've seen him in his shirtless version. Of course, we got that guy. He's right here. Now, you take a look at these two figures. You know what I like? There's some slight variance in both of them. Of course, one has the battle armor, one doesn't, but the face sculpt, they just didn't cheat out and say, okay, just put the other head on him. They actually give him a brand new head sculpt, which is really nice to see. The only thing I don't really particularly like about this figure, as you'll notice with this Savage Opress, his yellow skin tone is consistent throughout his entire body. This one, take a look at his hands. He has these glossy hands, which don't really fit in 100% with his face. His face is more of a muted matte color, and his hands have a bit of a gloss sheen to them. So, not a huge deal, but if you're going to nitpick, yeah, I wish they would have just used these hands, which would have fit perfectly. But still, this figure is pretty incredible. Let's move this guy out of the way. He does come with this lumbering battle axe thing, which I think is it's okay, I guess, but you know, you could have just gave him some lightsabers and he would have been fine. He doesn't have any lightsabers. I'll have to outfit him with some lightsabers. But take a look at the face sculpt. Very well done. Great paint applications. The two tones in the color and the yellow and the black melded in perfectly. No smudges, no smears. He's got his horns. Very cool. Now this body armor too has a really nice wash that hopefully it picks up here. Has a nice wash. This here, the shoulder pads, I was a little hesitant about this, thinking, oh man, it's going to totally block his articulation. But it's on a separate joint. This here has a rocker. Does not interfere whatsoever. And that's fantastic. I'm glad they did that. He also has waist articulation, 360 on the wrist. Ball joints in his elbows and his shoulders and his head, of course. Now, for his legs, he does have ball jointed legs too. It's cloth skirt. As you can see, let's look up not Darth Maul's Savage Opressive skirt. You can see he's just got the regular T-crotch there. And he's looking pretty darn good. He has no articulation in the ankles though, but he's got the 360 at the knee, ball jointed. He's a cool looking figure. You know, I definitely wanted to have another one, especially in the armor. And you compare the two, about the exact same height, and it's cool to have two different versions of this guy. You got the shirtless and of course the battle armored, and they both look awesome. Now the final figure, this is the new exclusive figure, of course, besides Darth Maul. This one here is a character debut of Night Sister, who I guess, if you're watching the show, would be Mother Talum, but they call her Night Sister for some reason. Maybe it's not her then, but damn, looks a lot like her. Now she does have a red lightsaber. Lots and lots of detail on this figure. First, I want to take a close look at that face. You know, she's got some pretty cool paint makeup going on her face. She's got her hair braided here. Take a look at the back. She's got this crazy working of all this feathers. By the looks of things, if you take a close look here, you can see it's a feathers all the way on her back here. And this is a soft rubber, so it doesn't impede her articulation whatsoever. And bam, T-crotch. She's got pretty good articulation. You know, she even has ankle articulation. Ball joints there, in her knees. T-crotch. Ball joint at the ball joint at the shoulder, and of course at the elbow as well. And let me see, does she have wrist articulation? Yeah, she does. Just goes to show you, man. I don't know why Hasbro just can't be a bit more consistent with their figures. I mean, this thing is loaded with articulation. Really nice design work, too. A lot of different textures and paint. It's a fantastic looking figure, but they didn't add any kind of ball jointed, or excuse me, ankles to Savage. You know, they did keep the wrist, which is great. But, you know, this guy, no waist articulation. You could have threw that in, or at least wrist articulation. Consistency, inconsistency, it's a running trait throughout Hasbro Star Wars stuff, and I guess if you're a fan and collector like myself, kind of just roll with it, I guess, you know. We'll see what happens, but I'm glad I got this battle pack. It is a cool set. You do get 3 characters that, you know, we don't have, well, I personally don't have them in single-carded figures. I know, I'm pretty sure they released Savage as a single-carded figure as well in this battle armor, and I haven't seen him. And Darth Maul, you know, I love Darth Maul. He's freaking awesome. One of the coolest villains in the Star Wars universe, and it's great to have him in this crazy robot chicken leg getup. And I think he looks awesome. Now, he did come with a couple other things here, guys, which I'll show you. He did come with a couple of these little cards. Of course, you got the dice for the role-playing game, Galactic Battle game, which, whatever. But, you got a cool little card here of Savage Opress. And on the back, his stats. The dude is strong. And then you got the same thing for the Night Sister. That is an awesome picture. And her stats as well. And then, of course, you got Darth Maul. Another cool photo of him. Straight from Clone Wars. And his stats are there as well. So there you go. And the packaging. Let's take a look at the packaging. So you got a nice pic of all 3 characters there. He's giving off a little battle stances and stuff. And then in the front, of course, only at Target, Darth Maul Returns Battle Pack. And you got the dice and some other junk in there. And that's it, guys. If you're a big collector like I am, you're pretty much going to have to get this set. It is awesome. It's great to see these Clone Wars figures get some special treatment when they're exclusive. It's cool to see. And I only paid about 20 bucks for it too, which is pretty good for 3 action figures. You know, they're usually about 10 bucks here each, Canadian. So all 3 for 20. You know, I'm definitely happy with that. So there you go, guys. Thanks so much for watching. As always, rate, comment, and subscribe so you don't miss out on any videos. And we got lots more videos coming down. We got a couple more Star Wars guys I want to review. Just got some new Clone Troopers and some crazy packaging variants, and we got some other surprises coming soon. All right, guys, take care.